Well, hello, guys. How are you doing? It has been a minute. And since I'm about to be 41 on Tuesday, I figured I would go ahead and just have a conversation with you guys. I know it's been a while since I've been on the podcast and talked about anything, but things have been pretty... Your girl's been going through it, okay? It's not going through it because of typical things of the reasons why I go through things, trying to date and all that. I mean, that's part of it, but it's learning and trying to get over all the traumas that I have experienced in my life. And that is way more worse than people think. They don't think, hey, when I try to heal, it's not going to be painful. This is the most painful thing I've ever had to do, like in my life. And that is to try to heal. And I can see things now. And my life is going good. Like I have a good home. I have a great job. I'm very happy. I'm traveling. I have great friends. I'm talking to a guy I actually like, and that may be something. And I'm noticing that now everything has calmed down. My anxiety is crazy high. And I had to sit back and think, why is my anxiety so high? Why is it acting like this? What's going on? Oh my God, And the problem is that I'm so used to chaos. My entire life has been chaos. That when I actually take a moment and have a calm moment, it's hard for my body to relax. So now I'm not searching for a guy. I have a guy I really like, and I'll see where that goes. And there's nothing how when you're dating, or I've just never been the type of girl to talk to multiple guys. So I've never been able to talk to one guy and then talk to two more just to keep me busy. I'm usually focused on the one guy that I'm talking to, and it's always been like that. And for me, he is a very healthy, secure individual, and it makes me see things in me that I know that I need to fix. And I always feel and I've always said this, I feel like God brings people into your life to teach you things. You know what I mean? To teach you how to be certain ways and to heal. God, divine timing and all that. I believe in all that, because what are the odds? You know what I'm saying? To meet somebody from a different state and see them and actually have some sort of chemistry with them and still and like them, and you're learning from them. You want to do better by knowing them. And that's what it is with this guy. I want to be a better person, and I like the way he makes me feel. As in, it's not I have to do and I have to show up and I have to do so much for him all the time. It's not that at all. I like the way that he makes me feel about myself in just simple ways. He hasn't even done anything. It's very early. It's still, early. So you don't know how these things are going to go. But it's living my life in chaos like I have been, being calm like it is now is so odd to me. I just don't know how to navigate that. And it's really hard because I'm my anxious self is maybe, and I start making these scenarios in my head. I have to stop myself and be no, Brandy, you do deserve good love. You deserve a good man, and you deserve happiness. With all the stuff that you've been through in your life, you are a joy to be around. And that's the truth. And I had to start talking better to myself. And I had to start realizing that calm is healthy. The reason why calm feels so out of place for me is because I'm so used to being, if I'm in a dating situation, the guy's either love bombing me, ghosting me. I'm not used to a man showing up the way that this man is, even if right now it's still early. Showing up and being consistent with his communication. That is something that I never had. It was always spotty and coming in and coming out, and it left me in this constant state of anxiety that I wasn't calm. Well, now I have a man that knows how to communicate. I have a man that is interested in me. So it's I'm having to learn how to be calm and not look around for things where I'm not bored. So now I'm pouring more into myself because, one, the dude's out of state. I can't see him. So it ain't I can just jump in my car and us go on a date and see each other. This is all planned out stuff that will come in the future and all that. But, as for now, it's I'm learning so much about my anxious attachment because I'm being triggered in it. Because Not that he's doing anything to trigger me. It's just the entire situation. I am triggered. I'm triggered all the time because I never know, because I'm so used to chaos that I'm not used to calm. So when it's calm, I think, oh my gosh, the next shoe's going to drop. Something's going to happen. We're going to get in a fight, or he's not going to like me no more, or it's going to drop. And then I had to start pushing it to the side and realizing if it happens, it happens. There's nothing I can control about that situation. And that's my problem. That I'm trying to control an entire situation that I have no control over. Only God does. And so it helps me, like, I take a deep breath in and I think, yeah, Brandy, things are going to be better. You know, you don't have to worry about this. When somebody is interested in you, they show up and they're consistent. I think the problem is I just never had anybody show up and be consistent when they're interested in me. So that's why it's different. And I've just been doing really good. I just got back from Sarasota, Florida. I spent 4 days there. Me and Brandy decided to go for my birthday. My birthday's July 22nd, by the way. It's Tuesday. And it was a good time. I relaxed. I was able to relax. And it was so calm. Like, I didn't know. It's so odd for me to be calm. And the problem is that I realize that I have a lot of things that I need to work on with myself in dating. Like, I need to work on not being so love bomby myself. Because I find myself being like, gosh, like, I want this now and I want you now. And it can't be like that. Things need to be like a slow burn. You have to slowly learn somebody. How are you going to know if somebody is your person if you don't actually sit down and actually get to know them? So it's just learning and everything. And I just wanted to touch base back in. Social media has been doing pretty good. I'm still slowly writing on my book. And life has been pretty good. And typically I'm not really uploading or talking about certain topics because, you know, with the way the world is today, it's like you don't want to offend anybody. I don't care about offending nobody. So, and I don't care about being raw and open, because I am a raw and open individual. But I have learned some things in this dating. I learned that it's really hard for me to be, vulnerable with men. I'm scared. I'm scared to just say straight out, hey, I like you. Hey, I miss you. Hey, can we talk more? Hey, would you like to talk to me? I feel better when we text more. Or if you like, texting for me, I can't build a connection over text. That's just always been me. Like, it's good and everything, but I have to have a lot more for it to proceed and go longer. Like, I'm fine with texting somebody all day, every day. That's showing interest. That is. And eventually, you know, I hope for things to be more different. But like in the beginning of things, you can't demand those kind of things in the beginning of things. You kind of got to let them flow. And I'm the type of person that I don't want to control anybody. I want someone to decide, hey, I want to pick up the phone and call her. I don't want to be the one that pushed you to do that. You feel me? Like, I don't want to be the one that sit around and be like, oh God, and I don't want to be the one that nags. So I let people be who they are, and I appreciate and I love them for that. Like, if you're not a person that likes talking on the phone, then I appreciate and I love that about you. I prefer it. I like to talk on the phone so I can get a good concept, so I can joke, because my humor sometimes can be offensive, and sometimes I offend people. You know, I'm not meaning to, it just happens. But life has been pretty good, and I realized that I found out that I can actually record memos on my phone. So now y'all probably gonna have all kind of podcasts, updates, and things like that, because I can actually talk on here. But life has just been living. I've just been living it and being in it and focusing on doing better. And I think that's all you can do. It's just, as long, like, I've gotten into church, the Bible. I read my Bible every night. I've been focusing more on things that make me happy instead of what makes him happy. What about him? What about him? What about him? No, I'm not going to be like that. That's very off-putting. I care about someone, but I can't put them above me right now. Like, I have to put myself above people, and not in a rude way, but in a way that makes me basically human. And I need human interaction. I need somebody to want me, and I haven't been wanted in a long time, and it feels good. It feels good to be a reason why somebody wants to say good morning to you. It feels good to somebody to have a thoughtful thought about you and want you in their life, you know? I like that. Even if it's at a capacity that you're not used to, the calmness, like, it's so hard. Life is hard in general, and I think that people that have experienced the kind of trauma that I have, it's hard for them to understand that chaos is all we know. So when it's calm, that is scary for us. Calm is not ever good for people like me, because I'm always waiting for the next shoe to drop, the next person to be mad, the next thing, the next this, the next that. And it's like, I would love to sit in peace. Like, and then I had to realize I have the life that I've always wanted. I have a nice home, a wonderful, healthy family, a great job, a guy that I really am interested in. All the things are coming full force and full center, and I can't appreciate it because I'm so used to chaos. And that's hard because I'm in the spot that I wanted to be in. This is where I wanted to be. I wanted to be this happy. So why is it so hard for me to just accept that? And that's some stuff I have to be working on. Like, it's really hard, and I got to learn not to get in my head and relax. And that is hard on its own for me, because baby, I don't think I relaxed in a long time. And it's like, the reason why I do kind of like the guy that I'm talking to now is like, I could relax when I was around him. It's always really hard for me to relax around somebody, or in general. And I was so relaxed. He made me feel very relaxed and safe. So maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that's what I've needed, you know, to look at the feeling. Not like, I know how, you know, I worry about how I make them feel, because I want them to be feeling the same way interacting with me. But they may, like, for me, it matters as well for how they make me feel. And he makes me feel safe and seen and appreciated. So, I mean, for now, it's okay. I don't have no issues there. And I catch myself sometimes thinking, you know, do I deserve this? You know, do I deserve a man that's this good and kind and just fucking phenomenal looking? And I'm like, yeah, I do deserve that. It's my time. It should. And even if it's not this guy, if something happens and it's just not him, and he's not my person, that's okay as well. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to find that. And when I do, it'll be exactly on God's timing and what God wanted for me. And I believe God has put people in my life for this reason. I believe God has already has my life he already knows what's going to happen and all that stuff. So I don't have to stress or be upset or worried. It's all going to come afold. It's all going to become present, and there's nothing that I have any control over. God already sees this, and he's already put me in the path for my husband. So I don't have to stress anymore. Regardless of who it's going to be, I don't know that yet, but I do know that I'm getting ready there. I'm like mentally preparing myself for that, so I can be the best version of myself for whoever is in front of me and going to be my husband. I just want to be a great wife. I want to be a great mother. I want to be a great friend. I want to be a great at everything, and I want to do all those things. And I just would like to have one more shot at having a healthy marriage and a healthy life and a healthy man, and me be in a healed place that can accept love from a healthy, secure man. And I know that a lot of people's like, all you think about is men, you know, all you talk about is wanting to find the one. Yeah, that's what I am destined for. That's what people don't understand. I'm not destined to be out here single. I have too much potential as a wife. I am supposed to be a wife. I'm not supposed to be out here single. I'm supposed to be a wife. I'm supposed to be taking care of a family. I'm supposed to be doing all those things, taking care of a man. That's what I was made for. That's what I really believe. And people can shake their head at that. People are going to be pissed that I say that. But for me, my goals, what I want to be a great wife. I want to be married to a good man, a kind man. and a man that considers me and my feelings and allows me to be me and be safe with him and not judgmental about it, and I don't think that's asking for too much. I don't. And I have to start showing up for myself, because a lot of times I sit around and I put everybody's needs before my own. Like, my birthday's Tuesday, and anytime near my birthday, you already know, it's just, things never go right. I think I have these high expectations that I put on people that I shouldn't put on them. It's not their job to make me happy. I need to make myself happy, and I'm happy right now. And so, like, I'm so happy that I keep forgetting that it is my birthday coming up, and maybe, if I change my thought process on things, maybe I won't be so negative about it, and it'll be a great birthday. But, like, I don't know. I'm in this really good feeling in life right now. I feel good. I feel happy. I feel blessed. And I'm happy that somebody has come into my life that I could possibly maybe one day have a future with. Of course, that's still early, and I'm not trying to jump the gun on things, because life is life and things happen. But, like, this is the first time since being single that I had an actual stable, secure, healthy, he goes to the gym, like a man, and it's very fun for me to learn about him and things that I've learned so far, which is not a lot. It's early, and I'm trying also, a lot, being an anxiously attached person like I am, I'm kind of dismissive, avoidant a lot too, where, like, when people get super close to me and are vulnerable, it freaks me out. But, like, for some reason, I don't have a problem with being open and honest with this guy at all. It's like I don't want to lie to him, even if I could. I wouldn't want to. Like, for the first time, like, I care. I care, honestly. And which is hard, to say out loud, because maybe I wasn't caring properly for other people. That's fine. But, like, it's been a long time since I felt good about somebody. And that's my destiny, I think. I think my destiny is to be a good wife and to bring goodness into a man so he can be the best that he can be. That's my goal. That's all I want to do. And I'll find that. If it ain't this person, one day I will find that. One day somebody will match up to me, get me, understand me, and it won't be so hard all the time. So, yeah, I'm actively wanting to be moving towards something that is going to be serious. I'm not built for hookups. I'm not built for just having sex with random people. It's not ever been in me. I've never been able to do it. I have to have, like, strong connection to even get there. Like, I have to feel it, like, feel something. And I don't even allow myself to even, like, when y'all see hot men out here, and this is why I had to look into it, but it comes to find out that I'm like a demisexual, and that's a person that can't have sex without emotional connection. And I've never been able to. And I used to think there's something wrong with me, because women will look at men outside. Like, I used to think there was something wrong with me, because, women will look at men outside and be like, damn, he's so hot, I'd fuck him. Like, and me, I've never been that way. I've been like, damn, he's a good looking guy, but I've never thought, I just want to fuck him. I just want to have sex with him. Like, it's never been in my head space to be like that. I've always been like, I wonder what kind of music they like. Like, I need to know something about them. I need to learn something. Like, I can't just base everything off of that. Like, I have to see their inner self, like, or get a feeling or something. Like, I've just never been the type to care so much. Like, I want a deeper connection. I need deep connections. I want to sit up and talk. I want to be happy. I want to joke and laugh. I want it to feel like they're my other half. I've never felt that way yet about anybody, where, like, I could never see my life without them. Like, I always knew that I'd be okay at the end. I don't want to feel like I'm going to be okay without my person. I want my person for life. That's what it's not clicking sometimes when people are like, oh, well, we could hook up and we could do that. No, I don't want to hook up. I'm not even looking at a man. When I am focused on one man, he is all I see. And building him to be a better man in any way that I can possible is how I will live the rest of my life. Because that's my duty and job as a woman. At least in my, world, that's how I feel anyway. And here I am rambling on about how I am a simp-ass bitch. But, I know nowadays it's unfeasible for people to be so relationship motivated. And y'all see that ballerina farms girl? I want to be her. What are y'all talking about? Of course, she's a multimillionaire. But I'm saying, having all them kids, that's my life I always wanted. And I was only able to have 2 kids. And I mean, I'm able to have more. But, I don't know. You know what I mean? There's things that y'all see as oppressed that I see as natural and normal. There's things that people see, she's unhappy, that ballerina farms girl, she's unhappy with her husband. I doubt she's unhappy. They're both millionaires. They have everything that they need. You know what I'm saying? A compound, children, all kind of things. Their life is fulfilled. It's not, in my opinion, I think, for some people, they can enjoy being single. Me, I've dreaded every moment of it. 4 years, I feel like my purpose is to be a good wife. So it's so hard for me when I'm not being a wife. And that's the problem, is I was been out here in the dating game with a wife mentality. And you can't be like that. It gets you used, it gets you used bad. And it has me in 4 years. I've showed up for people more than I should have. I've done more than I should have. I've cared more than I should have. And it always ends up with me being hurt, damaged, crying. And I'm tired of that. And I did have to put a block on my wife, the wife in me, to be you can't care for them like they're your husband, because they're not your husband. So you can't sit up here when you're dating a guy and tell him, immediately, I want to cook for you. I want to clean for you. I want to rub your feet. I want to do all these things. You can't say that to a man. You look insane. Or, I feel like when I am showing that energy, I feel like a man that is ready for that, he'll accept and see that. So I don't need to hide the good parts of me. I used to hide this loving heart of mine, for real. I'd hide the loving heart of mine. I would, make myself less so a man would feel like he's more. And I just can't do that anymore. I'm a lover. I want to be in love. I want to show love. I want to express love. I want to cartwheel and be so excited and happy. I'm excited and happy when I have a man. I'm excited and happy, waking up and what can I do for him? What is his, that's the thing, is I want to know and find a man eventually that I find his purpose, and his purpose becomes my purpose, and I help build him and help him in any way that I can. That's my goal. My goal's not out here to be super rich with a million things and all these brand name things. I don't give a fuck about any of that. Because let me tell you, when you have all of the materialistic things and you don't have at the core real love, it will never last. Do you realize that? Real love, you have to be with your best friend. And you got to find your person. And relationships are not always happy, fun, and go lucky. You have to see how a person struggles. You have to see how a person loves, how they are around death. How do they handle situations? All of that takes time. You can't learn that overnight. So, I'm very happy in the process of learning somebody and learning all these things, because it makes me love a person more, like them more, whatever. And I'm really blessed to be very self-aware that I know what I want in my life. And once I see that it's not leaning in that direction, I will leave it, and I won't feel any remorse about it, because it's just not my purpose. My purpose is to be a good wife, to be a loving mother like I have been, and to show and care for whoever my future husband is, and love him beyond any way he's ever been loved unconditionally. Now they know, and I know that men out here believe that women won't love them unless it was under conditions. I've never been that way. And I thought something was wrong with me, because all my friends would be like, what do you mean if he lost his job? You would still be there. What do you mean if he's broke, you would still be there, Brandy? What do you mean if he does all these things? That's my problem, is my heart's so big that I'm the type of person that if I was with somebody and they lost their job and they lost anything, I would do everything in my power to build them back up. But also that is enabling as well. You have to be able to let the person pick themselves up, but you also have to be there for support. And I know 100% fact that whoever I am going to love in the future, they will have unconditional love for me. Broke, sick, everything. I don't need nothing but them in their physical form, being who they truly are. That's all that I care about. And I know that I have so much love in my heart that that's going to be such a blessing to somebody who has never seen that kind of love. That eventually I'm going to find somebody that will accept that kind of love, you know? And sometimes men out here, they have never seen the kind of love that I have, and it scares them, and they'll never talk to me again. I've had situations where I've been too much for people. That's fine. I don't want my love to be too much. I want it to be perfect. I want to overlove you. I want to love you more than you've ever been loved before in your life. And that's how I want to move for the rest of my life with somebody. I don't want to hide myself and hide how I feel and hide all these things about me that make me perfectly who God made me to be. And that is a lover. I'm meant to be a healer. I'm a healer. And I'm meant to be the right person for somebody that needs this kind of love. I feel like there's somebody out there, I don't know, because I don't know God's plan, but I feel like whoever my future husband's going to be, he's in need of this kind of love. He needs it. And he needs me, and I'm building myself better for him. I like saying that stuff out loud. Sometimes I used to be scared to sound so lovey, and I used to be scared, but I ain't scared no more. And I hope you guys have a great, wonderful day.